Hi, welcome to Cause of Our Joy with me, Elizabeth. Today, I wanted to share the lessons that God taught me through my experience with endometriosis, painful periods, and hormonal imbalance. It's really easy when you're in the middle of pain and frustration to get lost in despair. But now that I have some hindsight, I can see the way that God was working in my life, even in my suffering. And my hope is that these lessons encourage you as you walk through your own season of difficulty and pain, whether that's painful periods, or anything else that you're experiencing. The first lesson that he taught me is that fertility is a blessing, it's not a burden. And even though our culture tells women that fertility is a big problem to be solved with birth control and contraception, because those are totally normalized, and the idea of having children, especially many children, is seen as a burden. But as I was going through surgery and pain and the threat of losing my own fertility, I realized what a gift it truly is. And I come from a family of six kids. And through all of this, I realized that I would be totally open and happy to have even more kids myself. And my suffering really helped me see my fertility as something that is sacred and a gift from God. In First Timothy, he tells us that women shall be saved through childbearing. That verse resonates so much with me now that I'm a mother. And I really see how God designed motherhood to sanctify us now. And I truly believe that the devil attacks fertility because he hates the family. First, through the introduction of contraception and feminism, and now through diseases like endometriosis and PCOS that rob women of their fertility and their ability to conceive. But God can use this great evil to open our eyes to the truth, which He is. The second lesson that I learned is that every challenge is an opportunity to trust God more, whether it's your health, whether it's your finances, or your relationships. Every challenge is really just His invitation to grow closer to Him. And as my pain deepened, my prayer life deepened with it. And I realized that no doctor, no surgery could give me the kind of healing that I was looking for, that only He could. And that experience taught me to trust Him with everything that I have. And that lesson has really remained with me through the years. Now, when challenges are presented, I remind myself that as long as we remain in His grace, He will take care of His children. All right, so the third lesson that I learned is that living a healthy lifestyle builds virtue and discipline. Before my healing journey, I honestly thought that living a healthy lifestyle was just about being fit, looking beautiful, eating clean, right? But now I see it as a way to actually build virtue, which is really important if you want to become holy, right? The word disciple comes from the same root as discipline. And to follow Christ means to learn to say no to ourselves, our own desires, right? To deny our own desires for the glory of God. And for me, that means saying no to certain foods I know are actually unhealthy for me, certain habits that I know are unhealthy for me, and anything that harms my body, especially because my body is my children's first home. And that self control becomes like just a small sacrifice that I can offer up to God. And as a mother, it reminds me that my health isn't actually just about me. Like, your health isn't just about you, it's about the people who surround you too. It's about the children that I am growing inside me, raising. And it's also about the example that I am setting for my own children. And that's something that I've learned I will also never take for granted. By the way, if you are struggling with endometriosis or painful periods and you're ready to start your healing journey, I'd love to help, sister. I've created a cycle tracker designed to help women observe their cycles, connect those observations to prayer, and to invite God into their healing journey. So you can download that below in the description and reach out to me if you want personal guidance. And I'd be honored to walk alongside you as you're discovering God's plan for your cycles and your health. And until next time, may God continue to bless you, and I will see you in the next one.